really weird, sort of bizarre video has been circulating online. It's been shot in Chandni Chowk, where a girl can be seen fondling a rickshaw driver. Now, although a lot of this video that you see on your screen, it seems a little staged, it does beg us to ask some serious questions about this world of viral culture that we now live in. In the world of the internet, people have been seen in the past engaging in all sorts of bizarre and many times very risky activities in a simple quest to be viral. While some people have become famous for their unconventional stunts, many have also received severe backlash, and there have been people in the past who've in fact lost their lives in an attempt to become viral. We first have a look at this latest video that has now gone viral on Twitter and other social media platforms. It was shot in Chandni Chowk. Let's quickly sort of listen into what's happening in this video, and then I'll describe it a little further, and we take this conversation forward with our guests to understand what really is going on right now and how do we need to tackle this. This is something, viewers, we're not going to be able to solve this problem in the next 25 minutes. But this is something that friends and families and peers really need to sometimes sit together and talk about. What sort of a world are we currently living in, and where exactly are we headed, with people now wanting to do anything and everything in order to become viral. Let's quickly first listen into what was happening in this video, and then we take this conversation forward.
बढ़िया कर दी भाई चाचा गए हो पिलो
Okay, so what you're seeing on your screens is a video from Chandni Chowk. There are a bunch of boys who seem to be sitting in a car, and they're recording this woman, this young girl in fact, on a rickshaw while she's fondling a rickshaw driver. And this is happening in the middle of a very busy road. Okay, so you can clearly see that there are a lot of cars that are passing by, and then somehow these men claim that they stumbled upon this entire incident. However, when you look at the frame, the way they're talking, it does seem quite staged. Now, whether this was staged or not, irrespective, is very disturbing. The fact that someone has recorded this and then put this on social media and it's actually going viral. You can hear the guys in the car. Of course, they're abusing, which has become the normal way of talking nowadays, unfortunately, amongst people. So they're abusing and they're saying things like, oh, she's doing such a good job, and look at the man. They're just giving a running commentary on what's happening. Somehow the way their phone is positioned, it's a perfect angle. And in the video, which has now been posted online, you can clearly see the girl's face. So if someone were to try, they would actually find her identity. We've of course blurred out all the faces in the video, but it's just strange, the sort of things that are happening. This is of course not the first time. There have been instances in the past where I'm sure a lot of viewers watching will remember there was a man who crashed his plane in the US in order to go viral. There have been people that have taken part in some silly social media trends where they've actually ended up losing their lives. There are cases of people trying to click photographs, click selfies in front of a running train, and the train has hit them and they've lost their lives, and so many such examples. And every time something like this happens, we try to have a conversation, as we will once again. But I'd like to begin with Advocate Sanam Singh, who's with us on the broadcast. Advocate Singh, I'd just like to understand from you, I don't know if you've seen the video, ma'am, but if you have, what were your first thoughts on what was really going on? Because like I said, it's very strange. The girl's face is very visible. The rickshaw driver's face is visible. If this is what people are now getting into in order to get viral, we need to have really deeper conversations as a society.
Hi, good evening. Yes, I mean, it's really, really shocking to see a video like this, aired on national television and doing the rounds on people's phones. And I think you may have correctly speculated, though I haven't heard the audio myself too clearly, but I think you've perhaps clearly speculated that there seems to be a need of being sensational on social media, of getting recognition. She's made no effort to hide her face. And it's sad that this is what civil society has come to. I mean, we should be looking at how to make life better, and instead we're looking at people invading the privacy of another person, carrying out something so deplorable, and then making sure that it's posted all over social media. I mean, how much lower could the human race fall?
Absolutely. I'll come back to you in just a moment. Kapil Gupta also with us on the broadcast, so is Mr. Ellen Rao. Mr. Rao, what was your assessment, sir? Because I'm sure, as part of the police force, that these sort of instances and these sort of videos coming in, these sort of complaints coming in, I'm sure it's increased in the past 5 to 6 years as we've seen this internet boom and the social media boom in the country.
Yes, ma'am. This is very unfortunate because such type of incidents are increasing day by day, and the people are using the social media for these activities, which are totally, I think that they are senseless. People are doing all these things, and this is not warranted in a civilized society like us. And especially the youth and the youth, girls and women, they should, girls and men, they should think about it while doing all these things, that it will, what impact it will have on our other society. Because no doubt, if there is some audio video like this, if they keep it up to themselves, that is okay. But if they use it in a social media, that will become viral, and lakhs of people will like to see that and comment on that. And they will not relish by seeing all these things, because these are not proper in a civilized society. And as and when these complaints are received, if there is any complaint is received by the police, I think that if there is any offence is made out, then the police should definitely take it seriously, because I could not see that what is the actual audio video. And if there is no cognizable offence is made out, then the police will not interfere on these complaints, because this is done with a consensus or with the consent of each other. That's why I think police will not take any action about it. But definitely, I must say that it's morally not good. It's defaming and our society, all these things. And the youngsters will have an adverse view about it, who are not indulging in this type of activities. They will definitely condemn, and they should condemn in all these activities what is being done like nowadays.
Okay, Kapil Gupta, bringing you into the conversation now. With the post of the video, whoever's posted it, they've written that this girl was caught fondling this rickshaw driver because she didn't have the money to pay, whatever distance that they've covered. I mean, this sort of a weird story. Then you're putting out a video that looks really staged, and the fact that everyone's faces are clearly visible. What exactly is one getting out of this?
See, first of all, I think all of us need to learn a lot of what we see on social media now. In the world of AI, in the world of kind of tools that we have, staging such videos, I'm not saying the entire video is fault, okay, but staging some portions of the video such that it looks sleazy, such that it looks funny, such that it looks a certain way is extremely easy. So first of all, I don't think, we really should take stuff that we get off of the internet very seriously now. I'm sure very soon we will get into a world where videos are going to be inadmissible in courts as as an evidence. based on how the technology is progressing. I can send you a video of, the senior most person, or you tell me the person. I will create a video and send you a video of that person fondling somebody else. I mean, it's very doable. So first of all, we need to learn to ignore that. Secondly, I mean, let's ask each other a question. Is this issue a bigger issue because it was a women and a men? Or would it be the same way around if the roles were reversed? Would we be having a conversation in the same civilized manner, or would we be talking about, just doing something really obscure for the guy if the roles were reversed?
Okay, yeah, no, I mean, your point being, we would be having a different conversation because there would be outrage about a woman. So
exactly.
Okay, but you're saying that we shouldn't even believe the video.
Yeah, there is no reason to believe the video. I mean, such videos flow over the internet all day around everything.
Okay, so basically we should not believe it, and there's nothing that we should then be talking about or doing about it.
Yeah, the only other question that I do want to, which is my second point, which is to say, are we not being too, I mean, assuming some of us take this video as truth, okay, are we not being too light in the conversation we are having? If it was a guy on the other side...
No, Kapil Gupta, the problem is that there's no other information about it, no? There's no other information that one has been able to find about this video. It's just gone viral online.
Yeah.
Simply because of the content. And yes, you're right. It would be a very different conversation if the roles were reversed. If a video comes out of a woman being harassed this way or sexually assaulted this way by a man, yes, of course, the conversation would be very different, but it's become impossible to even get any further information about this entire incident.
Yep, I remember a couple of months back there was a video about, I think, Swati Maliwal when she stood on the Noida highway somewhere and shot a video of people stopping by to ask her. I mean, think about the outrage that caused and the kind of conversations we are having here.
Okay, so you're saying that basically, A, we should not be believing the video, and secondly, that this is a possible case of sexual assault against a man.
Yep.
By a woman.
Yep.
That's your assessment. You don't feel that this could be staged, or the people involved could actually be a part of the entire plan to record the video?
That is also possible. That for me goes into the first category. If it is staged or if it is done through AI or something, it's one and the same thing.
Okay. I'd like to understand, Advocate Sanam Singh, what are your thoughts, ma'am? If this is a case of a possible role reversal as far as a sexual assault is concerned, then how does one really even take the conversation forward?
Firstly, I'd like to disagree with Mr. Gupta. I don't think AI is this advanced, and it's very clear that from the lighting, from the visual that you have on the screen, that this is not something that is AI generated. I mean, AI is doing a lot of still photographs of people with famous people, and the need to be perceived as, today social media has become a social currency. The more you're on it, the more you're followed, the more sensational, the more, you think your reputation is growing because of this. And I think we as an audience need to become more discerning of what we choose to see and what we choose not to see. I mean, there are hundreds of different reasons why this girl could have done this. Is it staged? Is it not? Did she have money? Did she not? Did he force her? Did he not? I mean, who knows? But the larger question here for me is, what are we okay with in the public space on social media? Children are watching this. How is this okay? And if it is a sexual assault, yes, the man can go to the police station and register it. If it was a woman, on the other hand, receiving this kind of behavior, we would have all been up in arms saying we're outraging the modesty of a woman. The point is, without the context, this video is very difficult to establish what it is, in what context we should be accepting it. And that's why I think I tend to agree with your speculation that it's staged, judging by the commentary of the boys, because they are the ones actually recording this video and posting it on social media. The girl is not the one who's posted it. So when we look at things on social media, we need to, as a society, become more discerning. And if you are on various WhatsApp groups and you see something as grotesque as this, my suggestion is to just delete it. Why do we have this impulsive need to forward it to be seen socially on 5 other groups by forwarding such deplorable and disgusting messages? That's the other thing. I mean, I'm on a number of social media WhatsApp groups, and I'm sure you are. The same message will come back to you 5 times round. I mean, why? So I
Okay.
think that is something we need to be more conscious of.
Okay, but at the same time, something the point that is being raised by Kapil Gupta, a lot of people online have raised the same point, where they're saying that this woman will not be arrested because it's legal for women to rape and molest men in India. Is that something that, of course,
See,
that a lot of people feel needs to be addressed, because it's, the whole thing is a little odd, because this video was uploaded on Reddit as per reports by an anonymous user, which shows this entire scene happening, and a lot of people are saying, okay, no action will be taken because women are allowed to molest and rape men in India. There are no laws for that. Someone's written, people believe in gender equality but never talk about male suicides or molestation of men. If the man would have done the same to the opposite gender, then things would have been different. The poor rickshaw puller looks scared. He didn't know what to do. The man was so stunned by the woman's actions that he just kept standing there getting molested in the middle of a busy road, in the middle of traffic.
See, by and large, the crimes that we see in the majority of cases are perpetrated against women by men. But that does not mean and does not exclude the fact that sometimes, as is visible in this video, the woman appears to be in this man's personal space, perhaps assaulting him. The point is, when any two individuals are in each other's personal space, man or woman, woman or man, man and man, woman and woman, and you're not comfortable with that and you don't consent to that, that is a place where you find when someone touches you inappropriately, it's assault. So I think we can't gender neutralize and stereotype this whole situation as, only men, commit crimes against women. Yes, there are situations where perhaps this woman has assaulted this man. But without the context, I would not make such sweeping statements on television. And it could be two men or it could be two women. So I don't see why we should make it, a male rights trolling subject, which I find very often on social media as well. There are male groups that very often have trolled me on Twitter.
Okay.
So for me to say that it's just one or the other wouldn't be fair, because it could be any of those four options.
But Advocate Singh, when we look at the video, Kapil Gupta, when we look at the video, at one point the girl is looking directly into the camera as well. Now let's say that the rickshaw puller, let me complete. Let's say that the rickshaw puller has been the victim of a very bad, absolutely disgusting prank by a bunch of people. Okay, that's also a possibility, that there's a group of guys who've maybe given some sort of a dare to this young woman who's sitting there to go ahead and do this, that we'll record it and we'll make you go viral online, or all of us will go viral online, whatever it is, whatever sick things were going through their mind. This man, you're right, it is possible that he's being sexually assaulted. In the middle of the road, why do you think he's done absolutely nothing for 30 seconds in the middle of a road where there are so many cars, people, everyone's just moving around him?
Yeah. See, that is exactly why I am saying, number one, this video is probably not showing the true picture. Okay, the one thing is clear, this video is not showing the true picture. Whether, Sanam's point is right, that it can't be AI driven, or whether it was staged or however it was, the video doesn't show the true picture. The fact of the matter is, this is the kind of content that works well on social. Not just individuals, brands, communities, everybody, just throngs to stuff like this. They want to create such kind of content because it makes them famous. It may be 2 minutes of fame. It may even be infamy. Infamy on social media is publicity. Infamy on social media is notoriety. It's not necessarily negative for anybody. It's just something that gets your name out. It's just something that gets you out. We as a society are hooked on to it. There is nothing, really nothing that you can do about that. We as the more discerning audience can be more discerning in the content consumption. I think that's a good assumption for vast majority.
No, we were trying to be discerning. That's why I wanted to address this issue with you, because you're the one who raised this whole, idea of the man actually being sexually assaulted, which you're right. Absolutely, it could be happening, right? So, as a discerning audience, we felt, when we were looking at this in our meeting in the morning, we felt that, okay, there's something really strange that's happening. And I want to bring back Advocate Sanam Singh into the conversation. Advocate Singh, the reason why I asked this question is because when you say, okay, reverse the roles, reverse the genders, when was the last time that a woman who for 30-40 seconds was being assaulted in the middle of a road where there was so much traffic going by and she did absolutely nothing, didn't scream, didn't
That's the
shout,
point.
didn't try
That's
to
the point
run,
I was
didn't try
coming
to
to.
call for help?
You see his hand very clearly on the handle of his rickshaw. You don't see any attempts of protest. You don't see him saying, hang on a minute, or even stepping back. There's nothing to stop the man from taking 3 steps backwards. So when there's no sign of protest, when someone is in your personal space, you walk into a shop, you walk into a lift, very often a man or a woman rub against each other, or 2 men rub against each other, or let's just say 2 human beings rub against each other. Normally, the natural instinct thing is to step away or to pull away. This man for 30 seconds has stood still. So it does to me seem extremely staged. It seems like he was in on it. Maybe he was paid for it. I don't know. I can't contemplate, as I've said, and so has Kapil. We don't know the context. But
Exactly.
clearly, what is disgusting is the fact that it's doing the rounds of social media, and each of us is receiving the same video, not just this one in particular, but several of them, without us actually saying, are we that mindless that we're looking at this? How does this affect anyone's day? And in doing this, we are actually being an active audience and sensationalizing somebody who doesn't need that. There are much more deserving candidates that we could be, spending that 3 minutes watching, whether it's a lady police officer who's struggled against odds, or the number of, sportsmen who've gone to the Asian Games, having come from
No,
the
but
most
if
weak
Kapil
economic
Gupta is
backgrounds.
saying that this is the sort of content that people are attracted to, and this is the sort of content that makes you go viral and gets the clicks, then like I said, in the beginning itself, I said that we need to then be having a deeper conversation as society, because I don't find this interesting at all.
No, I think this is one of the most depraved videos I've seen. I mean, if you put out a video of 30 seconds of a girl who's made it to the Asian Games, having come and fought against social odds, economic odds, emotional odds, societal odds, I would be interested in watching that. If you showed me, anything educational, historical, biographical, I'm sure all of us would be very engrossed in that. What I find is disgusting, and this is how depraved our society is that we choose to watch this and we choose to forward it for other people to watch.
Okay.
How
And
sick
also
are
the
we?
fact that there's been no complaint from anyone whatsoever ever since this video has gone viral. So that's what,
do you
right?
see him-
It just
do
nothing.
you see
It
him
doesn't
stepping
seem.
back?
It doesn't seem to be making much sense. Even if I were to sort of talk about this being a possible sexual assault against a man, I'm just trying to understand, okay, from my experience as a woman myself, from looking at other cases where women have been sexually assaulted or harassed on the streets, their reactions. How is it that it reaches the police? Somebody acts on it. Someone does something about it. How is it that nobody's done anything about this particular case? If what we're speculating is true. Barkha Train is also with us on the broadcast. Barkha Train, what were your first thoughts when you saw this particular video?
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
First of all, I agree that this such content is watched and it is forwarded. But this is also a reality that men are sexually harassed, but we don't talk about it because men are the unforgotten gender. And if you think that if there was a complaint from the men's side, nobody would have heard. So simple, he has to sit down quiet in the corner. He doesn't have to speak anything about it. And those who are watching, they are having fun watching it. Simple as that. So the reality you don't want to discuss, you only want to discuss when a woman's viral video goes, where she is being harassed. When a man is harassed, we don't even want to speak about it. So it is as simple as that. And the poor rickshawala, I really feel sad for him that nobody comes forward for those poor people, those who are really harassed and not even heard anyway. If this man goes to a police station, what will happen? He will be thrashed over there. Not even a single policeman is going to hear him out. Neither he will be able to make an FIR. People like me, if they make them understand that you go and fight for it, file an FIR, then they say, who's going to go court every day, madam? I have to drive this rickshaw. I have to pull this rickshaw to earn my bread. When I will pull the rickshaw, only then I will get to eat. So madam, leave it, forget it. This is when a guard was assaulted in Noida, I said the same to that guard as well. He said, madam, I am a security guard. I have to be here 24/7. otherwise my wife will be hungry and my children will be hungry at home. I don't want any case further. I don't want to discuss anything further. So this is the reality which we never talk. We're living in the 21st century. But again, you will never talk about men facing any trauma.
No, but we are talking about it. We are talking about it currently. It's wrong to say that nobody is going to talk about it. I'm saying that it's possible that it was a bunch of youngsters who've played a very disgusting sort of a prank on this poor man.
I don't think so. That there is a possibility that it can be a prank.
But there's also a possibility that this is all staged. That everybody who's a part of the video was in on it.
These days, these things are also going on, but this is also a reality which I just now told you, that many men, but their video doesn't go viral and you don't get those videos, so you don't discuss those videos. I'm talking about those videos which don't come to media. There are thousands of such videos also. But when it is a man, we shy off. We don't think of the media is not accountable then, that they don't like to discuss. Similar when it is an acid attack also on a man. We never I've not done ever, in 10 years, I have not even done one discussion on male acid attack. Okay. Rather instead when it is an acid attack on a woman, I have done n number of discussions. So this is the reality we all know about this reality. So this might be also reality. It can be a reality as well. Okay. It can be staged. I can't tell you right now what
I've run out of time, but I thank all of our panelists for joining us. Like I said, there's no conclusion right now. There's no clarity as to what was going on. Was this staged? What was really happening in this entire situation? But hopefully time will shed some more light on what exactly happened in this video. Unfortunately, all we know right now is that this disgusting video has gone viral online. And if our panelists are to be believed, they claim that this is the sort of content that people want to watch. And if that's true, then like I said in the beginning, us as society, families, friends, we need to have some really serious, deeper conversations about where our minds are headed. Why is it that all of us, or most people in society, are so sad that this is what they get joy out of?
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.